Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for September the 14th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then I'm going to pull one card for each sign, and we're going to look at how those energies work together. Okay, so we had our overall energy card just pull out right for itself. So we have the Four of Wands showing up in reverse. Okay, so this is, excuse me, either a time of detachment from a situation or a person, or literally a time away from home or from home base that we're looking at today. And we're going to see how that applies and fits in with everybody's more personal sign energy. So this would be like universal energy. This is affecting everybody. We're looking at how it's impacting each person over here on this side. So with the Aries, wow, you guys got the King of Swords. Was that yesterday in reverse? Maybe not, but it was recently. Anyway, Aries, you've got the King of Swords right side up. This is just telling me that you're going to be spending some time away from home or getting detached from a situation you've been too emotionally involved in, one or the other. If you're spending time away from home, I think this is probably to take care of business. I think it's something that is planned out. There's something strategic about this time away from home. Okay. Taurus. Five of Wands showing up in reverse. It looks to me like you are really, how do I want to say this? I think that your energy may have been very scattered lately. You may have been working on a lot of different things, all kind of at the same time. And right now you're really focused. You're doing something that is getting you away from home base, getting that energy unscattered. You may be taking some downtime, some time to relax and really focusing on rejuvenation and self-care. But if you're not focusing on self-care, then there's definitely something that you're focused on while you're away from home or detaching from whatever the situation is. Okay. Now, Geminis. Geminis. Ten of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse is just telling me that you're pouring out a whole lot of money, energy, effort, uh, into being away from home or away from home base today. So being away from home could be kind of expensive today for you, Geminis. Cancers. Page of Coins coming up in reverse. Cancers, this talks about the idea that being away from home is has brought you or is bringing you some kind of news today that you would rather not hear about money or about material goods. This could be the idea that you're looking at Airbnbs in a place that you would like to take vacation and you're realizing that's more than I really want to pay for a stay while I'm there. So there's something coming in that, you're going to want to adjust. Some kind of news about money or material goods, and this is about something that is away from home. This is not about the home. It's not like the water heater's gone out or something like that. This is news about money or material goods that are not in the home. That is not the type of message we like to hear. Okay, so that's for Cancers. Next up, we're going to look at Leo. Leo, you have the Emperor showing up here. What's going on here? So Leo, it looks to me like you have somebody who has some type of position of influence in your life, whether this is a boss, supervisor, company owner, landlord, significant other, somebody who has some say-so in your life. And it looks to me like you are detaching from this person today. So, um, you know, maybe you're looking at a situation with this person in a more objective way than usual. That's kind of what I mean by detaching. I don't mean, we're getting a divorce or I'm quitting that job or whatever, but just looking at something in a more objective way than what you usually do. And this could very easily be because you're actually away from them today. So it's a little bit easier to be objective when you're away from this person. All right, so who's that? That's Leo. Now Virgo. Okay, so Virgo's Eight of Swords showing up in reverse with the Four of Wands also in reverse. Now for me, the Eight of Swords in reverse, I really like. And the Four of Wands in reverse, that's more neutral. It's not really a bad or a good thing. It's just a neutral thing. It's usually it's away from home. So Eight of Swords in reverse, though, talks about this idea of something that you've been thinking about, overthinking about, second guessing, thinking in circles about basically. And with this card coming up in reverse, it says you've broken free from thinking in circles. You found a solution, or you found the answer that you've been needing or you've been looking for. And so now, you're more certain about what direction you want to go here. You're not stuck in analysis paralysis. And this thing that you've been thinking about and overthinking and second guessing before this has to do with some time away from home or away from the home base. And now you've got some good solid clarity about what you want to do with this. And so now you can move forward with any kind of plans that you want to make there. So we like that. And you are moving forward with that Eight of Swords in reverse. You're making a decision and you're starting to take action towards that decision. Okay, so that was Virgo. Next up, we're going to look at Libra. So Libra is Hermit in reverse, coming up with the Four of Wands in reverse. Hermit in reverse is also a kind of neutral card. Just talks about the idea, Libras, that you guys have sort of spent some time thinking to yourself, not with a whole bunch of communication and input of other people, but really been thinking within yourself about this idea of being away from home and how important is it to you and how does it impact you and all of that kind of thing. And I think you've taken the time to think this through. Now that now you're done really thinking about being away from home, you've got your priorities set around this whole topic for you right now. And so now today we see you coming out and talking to somebody about whatever this situation is, sharing information there, sharing what your new priorities are now that you've thought and rethought them. Okay, let's look at Scorpio. Eight of Batons. Okay, so Eight of Batons showing up in reverse would be like Eight of Wands in reverse, basically, with the Four of Wands in reverse. This just means that there's something going on where we are away from home or home base, and there's not a whole lot of communication at this point. So things are very quiet as we're away from home or home base. There's not a lot of communication going on back and forth between us and between other people. I can see already how that's going to play out in my life, although I'm sure it's going to be different for everybody else. I am going to be driving across Kansas that day, and there's a little while across Kansas where there's no reception. So communication could be slowed down. Isn't that interesting that that came up? All right. I wonder how it's going to play out for the rest of you guys. Now, let's see. We're looking at Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, you guys have the Page of Wands showing up here. Page of Wands with the Four of Wands in reverse. I think that you've got some kind of good news about the idea of travel or a trip that gets you away from home or away from home base. So that good news about that travel or that trip is coming in today. Maybe even some type of offer of a travel or a trip, or some type of promotion where you can get airfare to the destination you want to go to at a super low rate, something along those lines. But some kind of good message about travel or a trip that gets you away from home or away from home base. Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, Seven of Pentacles showing up along with our Four of Wands in reverse and the overall energy. So Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. There's something about the idea of being away from home or being away from home base that is not paying off for you very well today, Capricorns. So it could be that you're expecting a check from somebody that is at a distance. Well, probably not a check, probably a deposit. But anyway, I don't see that check coming in today or that deposit coming in today. There's going to be some type of delay. And for some, so for some of you, this is about money coming in from a distance that you wouldn't normally get money from. Okay, it's not home base. It's not the place where you would normally get money from. Okay, and I think that you're expecting this entity or whatever to pay you today. I don't see that money actually coming in. I would not count on it. All right. The other way of interpreting this is the original one. For some of you, it's just going to be something about being away from home is not going to be profitable. You may end up spending more money on food away from home and expenses away from home than what you're actually making by being away from home. So a couple of ways that that's coming in, I think it's going to be playing out like if on a 50-50 rate. Some of you are going to get one version, some of you the other. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. So Aquarius, we have the Four of Wands in reverse for the overall plus Three of Coins in reverse for you. Interesting. So Aquarius, I think that you are going to be working on something away from your normal home or your home base. And I think that you're expecting to work on this with somebody else. I think that person is not able to bring to the table what they said they would. And so you're going to be left, holding that bag of responsibility and taking care of business. So I think you're going to be doing something actually very independently, much more independently than you planned to, that is away from home or home base. Okay. So that's for Aquarius. Next up, we're looking at Pisces. Okay. Pisces, you do have the Lovers showing up in reverse along with that Four of Wands in reverse. Pisces, this really could be not getting along with somebody, not being on the same page with somebody, and that may be why either you or this other person is going away from home or going away from home base. Now, what I will tell you is if this is a situation, if this is a relationship situation, which it looks like to me, whatever this situation is, and it doesn't even have to be a fight. It could just, the Lovers in reverse could just talk about separation, but not being on the same page. So not necessarily being in the same place like you always are could be one interpretation of it. But I do really feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody not getting along, someone you're not getting along with, and they and you are separated, whether you're separated over this disagreement or whether there's something else going on that is keeping you separated from each other. The thing to know about this with the Four of Wands in reverse is whatever this separation is, it's temporary. This is not a complete ending. And sometimes people don't know that when the Four of Wands activity actually shows up in their sphere of influence. We don't know that it's not a permanent separation. But this card tips us off that this is not a permanent separation. This is a temporary separation. So, maybe somebody is taking a walk to cool down so they can come back and talk things out. Maybe somebody is, going to mom's house or dad's house to sort things up. But whatever is going on here is a temporary fly in the ointment. You guys will figure it out. Okay. So that's what I've got showing up for everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Of course, if you found this video beneficial, please put a thumbs up and share it with somebody else who may find it beneficial as well. And leave your comments down below. I'm always curious to hear how these cards play out where the rubber meets the road. And what else? I'm looking forward to working with some of you personally later on today. And the rest of you, I'll see back on the next video. Peace out.